Hi everyone, this is Kathy Roca and I'm coming to you from the stamp studio. Just gonna pull myself up on Facebook. We should be live, I hope. Yep. Huh, perfect. Hi, how's everyone doing? It's such a bright and beautiful and sunny day, though I'm told it's kind of hot out there. I can't say I've been out there because I have been working up a storm in the studio, not only for today's Facebook Live, because I think I just started going and I came up with all these ideas, but for tomorrow's stamp day up in Elkhorn, if you'd like to go. Barb, try again. It is here. So try refreshing. So hopefully she's got it now. Let me know if you've got, when you get it, Barb. Yeah, she's there. Hi, Barb. It's good to see you. So tomorrow, Wednesday, we have Stamp Day up in Elkhorn. And if I say so myself, I am really excited about these cards. I don't know. I think they're I really like them this time. And I always love them. But sometimes you just go, oh yeah, this is good. So that's the cards tomorrow. Hopefully I'm not overselling them. People coming tomorrow will let me know. Don't want people to forget about the Designer Series paper sale. So there's only a couple more weeks left to that. It ends at the end of the month, August 2nd. So we got a couple days into August. That's kind of handy. But there we go. All those great papers. And I think that's all my announcements. Oh, next week in Elkhorn is Paper Pumpkin Day. So that's always a fun day where we play with our paper pumpkin kits and share ideas of variations and things like that. So always let me know. And I wanted to thank everyone for always sharing and commenting. I love when you all do that. It's really great. I love when you give me a thumbs up. Not so crazy when it's a thumbs down, but hearts, thumbs ups are always lovely. And, you know, thumbs down, well, I think they still help the getting people out there and sending out notifications. So today, yesterday I got my paper pumpkin box. Yay! If you don't know, that's a all-inclusive subscription box from Stampin' Up. And it comes delivered to your door in a really cool, you know, always comes in a really nice box, and there's everything in there you need. And this particular month, there's everything in there for 9 cards. And just so you know, this is for next month's paper pumpkin kit, which is Shelley, the founder. She was the founder of Stampin' Up, one of the founders of it, and started it all. She helped design this. So everyone's always like, ooh, if she helped design this, this is going to be a really good paper pumpkin. And I think so far, if this box is any hint, I think the colors are going to be really pretty. And I've seen naturey things, butterflies, flowers, so I think it'll be very pretty. It's also, you can turn the box into a hope box. So I think I shared a video on that. If I didn't, I will, onto my Facebook page and the Instagram page and stuff. But so remember that you need to sign up by August 10th to get that one. But we're going to play with the one that just came out. Have you guys gotten your boxes yet? It's called The Adventure Begins, pardon me. Have you gotten your boxes yet? Have you looked at them? They're really, really pretty. The colors in them I am just loving. And if you don't know, so Stampin' Up always sends you these wonderful instructions. They're so good. They're huge. They tell you exactly what you need. And everything is in there, but like this particular card needs 3 blue sequins, 3 mango sequins, and shows you exactly where to put them. So it walks you through it very easily. And then on the back, they always give you a couple alternatives. On their blog, they post some more alternatives. They usually have a Facebook video that shows a bunch of alternatives. So, and then everyone else out there does alternatives. So you can choose to do them just the way they are, or you can choose to mix it up. Kind of depends on my mood. And then the other thing that's always very handy in here, I take it back. This one is for 12 cards and 12 envelopes. Maybe it was the Hope one that was 9 cards. But what's always very nice is they tell you exactly which colors are used. And it's often very helpful. I'll grab those colors in paper stock when I'm starting to do alternatives, and I'll start playing with them. So these are the colors. I'm not going to list them all. And I'm going to show you the cards. I made them up because they were super, super fast, super, super easy to make up. And what's very neat about them is they're all a trifold, like this, which is really beautiful. And I think the paper designers on this did a spectacular job. I am so into this paper. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Have you seen it? I think it's really, really beautiful. So they're all trifolds. And just so you know, if you ever want to make a trifold like this, and maybe we'll try one as an alternative another week, or I'll post it up on Facebook or something like that. Use our 12 by 12 cardstock. And it comes in color families, it comes in all white, and you just take the 12 by 12 cardstock and you can, you cut it at 5.5. I think this is 12. And yeah, you can just kind of fold it over and boom, you go. Another idea is to just, you can do a regular card here and then kind of tip this card in. So we'll come up with some changes there. But anyways, these are super easy. All you really had to do here was stamp the tree, give the tree a little oomph, stamp the sentiment, add the bling, glue the tree on. Pretty simple. And then I kind of, oh, I should show you real quick. And not all the stamps are on here because they're often mounted. These are the stamps that came with it, and a garden green spot, and some bling and mango, and a kind of multicolored blue-green bling sequence. It's a beautiful outdoor summery kind of thing. It's a great set too. The sentiments are like, let the adventure begin, explore, congrats, let your light shine, the world awaits you, dream big, aim high. I think it's going to be great for graduations, for retirement. I know some people who are, they've just bought a camper, not a camper, like, you know, mobile home, big thing, and they're giving up their home and they're just going to travel and see it. And I can see sending them this card. I think it would be really great for them, to wish them a great kind of bon voyage there. So, but I don't have a lot of people that this falls into for me. So one of the things I did was just take the cards real fast, the way they are. And so again, this is another one of the cards. Look how beautiful this paper is, minus the schmutz. And I just changed the sentiment up a little bit. So, and this one comes from, I wanted you to know, Peaceful Moments. That was a good one to fit some of these. I think I used this one here, and Life is Better with a Friend Like You here. So I think those were two really, you know, handy sentiments to be used in here. I think you could use the thank you, could probably go in some of these too. So those were good options. Another option I thought would work for sentiments is the Best Year stamp set. Look at this. The world, you know, if you have, your dad is having a birthday coming up, or someone's dad is having a birthday coming up, to the world, you are a dad, to me, you are the world. And that would fit right here and just be really, really perfect. So I think you have a lot of options there. You could turn them into Father's Day cards for next year, birthday cards. So there's good options there for sentiments. I think you can mix it up. But look at these, and look at these papers. Hello, Stampin' Up! I want these papers. I want stamps that are this cute. Look at that. I just love them. So goodness gracious, whoever drew these, I'm madly in love, and thank you very much. So I decided my alternatives were going to be to play more with the papers. And I'm going to start with this one. So I cut them apart. It means I'm going to get a few more cards than what it came with, which is lovely. And this one is Granny Apple. So I took a Granny Apple green card base. I cut this apart from it, and we're just going to attach it. Real simple. There we go. I'm going to do this pretty simple. And then I took this Wishing You the Happiest of Birthdays, and it comes from the Happiest of Birthdays. Great big sentiment. We're going to stamp it here onto, come here, cardstock. Just a little extra piece of cardstock here. We're going to do something a little funky with it. I think it would be very nice in Night of Navy, except my Night of Navy is downstairs. Let's do it in the garden green, since that's the color. Sorry, so one of my apologies up front is I've pulled all my supplies together for stamp day tomorrow, which kind of means that I don't have a lot of my stuff up here in the studio. So I have some things like the stamp block where I'm going a little like, yeah, not quite Stampin' Up approved, but don't tell anybody, okay? And we're going to stamp this right about here. Because then I'm going to do a little fussy cutting, and we're going to do a little fussy cutting and a little creative fussy cutting. So let me grab my Stampin' Chamois and just clean that real quick. And I'm going to take this guy, because I don't think I saved. The other trick is, yeah, we're going to do this. You know when you peel your stickers off, you always have this left over. And I think this will work for this. Let me close this up. I'm going to peel this off. These won't stick permanently, this part of it. We're not on the forever sticking part, I don't think. And I'm going to use that to give me an outline of the shape, which goes like this. The other thing, and it doesn't have to be exact right now because I'm just kind of playing around with that shape. I want to just kind of play around with it. I'm going to grab a pencil if I can reach it way over here. Sorry about that. And I want to give myself kind of this idea of this kind of, and I'm going real light with the lead because you can see here, like that's not going to work. So I'll cut outside of the line. But I want to get this kind of funky shape. There we go. So see how that just kind of, sometimes that works. Well, maybe I didn't line it up quite right, but it usually should work where everything goes. But reality is, I want to go around here, and so I'm going to go outside of this line a little bit. But it's given me a guide, and we're going to just kind of follow it, and then we're just going to have to erase it. The line. I just wanted something. And this is not serious fussy cutting. Have fun with it. This is so not. We just want kind of a amoeba shaped, I think is the best word. Kind of free-form kind of shape here. And I'll show you why. See, I don't like that. Get out of here. Always remember to keep your scissors pointing this way and turn your paper, because this today does require a little bit of fussy cutting. Here we go. I think that's a pretty shape. What do you think? Pretty shape, pretty shape. All I want is it to be kind of pretty and free form. I don't really want sharp edges. So I'm just cleaning up some of the spots where like I didn't make them real smooth. Okay, so then I'm going to grab my trusty eraser. So I like these a lot. They're like some sort of plastic eraser. And I think they get the stuff off really well. I know, I think this is probably a Stettler. You can get them probably on Amazon, big box stores, definitely art stores. And it cleans it up real well. Let's move this out of the way. This out of the way. We don't need that anymore. Okay, now what I did was use our new Diorama dies. They're nested, and they're over here somewhere. There they are. Layering Diorama dies, and I took one a little bit bigger. I didn't want to go too big because I could have stamped it right on this one. It would have fit really nice right on here. I thought about doing that, but I didn't want to cover up that much of this beautiful paper. So that's why I made the other one. And if I went smaller, it would have chopped off some of the words. So I took a piece of vellum, and we don't need this anymore. Put it there before it sticks to something and is never seen again. I'm going to set that over there. And all I want to do, and I think we can use a little gold twine. And I'm just going to use up, this is retired. Don't tell anybody. It's retired, but we have that elegant gold twine. You know, we got twine, but I want to use this one up. It's time for it to go. And there's just that little bit. It's retired. It was lovely. I loved it. As you can see, I loved it and used it to death. So bye. Okay, let's do that. Let's see. Okay, my fingers weren't big enough there. Let's see if I hold it a little bit like this. Oh, I know. One way I've seen to do this, put your tape down here first. That way I can start my end in here. Can you see that? There we go. And I can come around, let's put a little more tape up here. So I can kind of bring it around, loop it here, stick it down here. And this one I'm going to pull over this way. I think this will be pretty. This is kind of something to play with. I'm going to put on a little more glue here. So, something to play with. Just kind of play with it. Put a little smidge there. There we go. Probably don't need this much, but since it was there, I was using it up. There we go. Now we can stick this on here, and there's probably plenty of tape still on here. See how that's going to work? And then we're just going to stick that on here. We don't put any vellum, any tape behind the vellum that's showing. That'll kind of show, but behind all this big, great white stuff, we can put down plenty of tape. So, pretty quick, pretty easy card. I think it showcases off that paper that is so gorgeous really well. So that was the concept. Real pretty. So that's card 1. I know over here. That's card 3. Okay. Sorry, I have like, there it is. I put a stamp set on top of it. Let's keep the stamp set over here, or the card. I'll keep that handy so you can see them all. Now this one, I took this piece of paper, which I thought was gorgeous, and I trimmed them all down a little bit, like a 1/4 inch off of each side, you know, off of one side here. So it's instead of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, it's 5 1/4 by 4. And I do love the little firefly that they're putting in here. Just stamp that with the garden green. I don't want to miss the little firefly. I think they're really cute. And I wanted to keep these kind of summery too. It goes in the little circle, awfully cute there. And then we're going to just glue this down. As I said, pretty simple card variations because I think this paper is so, so pretty. And I just wanted to get, come on, there we go. And what I did, and I wanted to show you, we have 2 happy dies, or we are about to have 2 happy dies. One is from, I showed you all last week on Wednesday. The Merriest Moments bundle comes with, wrong stamp set. How did I do that? Okay, not the Merriest Moments. Isn't it Cheers to the Years, or? It had to come out of here somewhere. Here it is. Words of Cheer. Bingo, right one. Sorry. Hi, Anne. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. I'm not totally pulled together today, but you know, we'll get there and life goes on. So Words of Cheer is coming out in a couple weeks with the new mini, and it comes with these really beautiful, here they are done up. I snitched the happy. And this is where I fell in love with them. It does have beautiful flowers and great sentiments, but I love word dies. And so it has these 2 and they layer really nicely. But I think we can get a little extra use out of the happy that comes in there. And this is the happy die. And the other thing I wanted you to look at was we have another happy die. So we actually have 2 happy dies. We have this one, and this one comes from Word Wishes, which is a great set of dies. Here it is. That are great for like all sorts of holidays. There are die cuts here, and I should cut them out for you, but here's what they all say. You know, we have St. Patrick's, you know, so you can do Happy St. Patrick's, and there's a day, and Happy Thanksgiving Day, Merry Christmas, Happy Halloween, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's, New Year's, Easter. So they're great. They're totally great, but a little bit smaller, a little bit different type of script. And I wanted this great big one. So, but I wanted you to see, like, oh, Kath, I have a happy. Well, they're kind of different. And I'm such a font and word person. I love them all. So, turn that back over so I actually have this. What I did, and I might need a little help here. I was kind of debating. Do you know about offsetting type a little bit? I could do that. I want to offset and create kind of a little bit of a drop shadow here. That's what that's called. And I was thinking either this way with the white and throw in the happy in there. Look at, I love how it's like big and bold and fills it in. Or I could do not quite as crazy about that. I think that kind of gets lost. What do you guys think? This is where I was kind of debating before I went on. And I'm like, we'll show you all the possibilities. I pulled out all sorts of different colors to try it. I think I do like the white. The other thing would be to do the green with the white. Lost. This one wins. We have a winner. And again, what probably would have made this a whole lot easier is if I had done this with the, used our adhesive sheets. They would have been great with this, because then it would all be sticky back here, and I didn't. So that's okay. We're going to use some of our liquid glue. And I'm just going to put it, and there's plenty of space here to get some of the liquid glue down. And then want to, and let me grab, this will work. This is just a mat I use in my stamp apparatus, but I want something where the glue isn't going to stick. And now I'm going to try and drop shadow that a little bit. Just like that. There we go. And then I'm going to stick some glue on this. And then I wanted a non-script birthday. So I have two options that I was debating. One is from The Biggest Wish. Tell me what you think. Is this too big for down here? I was thinking that could be really pretty there. Or I was thinking from Art Gallery. There's a happy birthday here. Could do the whole thing and do happy birthday. Or we can just mask it and get the birthday. That's kind of what I like. And actually, let's do, I have my little cup of strips here. Let me find just a narrow little strip. These are like my leftover strips when I cut paper down. So it's handy to have them in a cup. I think this will actually be really good. Right there. I like that. So, here we go. Here's the happy birthday. And then to mask out the happy, you can use a Post-it note or you can use a piece of Scotch tape. Whatever you have handy. I'm just going to cover it. And then I'm going to ink it up with the green. Remove the Scotch tape. If you don't, you will stamp all that ink that is now on the Scotch tape. So that's the key. And let's stamp that right down here. There we go. And I'm just going to do 2 diagonal cuts. You could use one of our bundle, could use, these punches are great. The Banners Quick Punch, there's like 3 of them that do these great edges. So that's always a nice way to get a nice edge, but this will work quick, fast. Yeah, I like that. I don't like that piece of glue right there. And we're going to put it up on some dimensionals. Dimensionals came with the kit. These are them. So super handy. There we go. Simple. It's a simple one, but I think it's really pretty. And you know what? Yeah, I do have it here. God forbid we don't use Wink Estella. You know, fireflies have a little glimmer to them. And if I use this little scrap here to get the green off, it will pick up the green. Let's put a little sparkle on the happy. That takes it up a little notch. What do you think? Aw, thanks, Anne. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, just simple. There we go. So there we go. Now, one last card. I think we have time. It's okay. Everyone okay with it? We're going to have some fun. And I want to make it into a shaker card. I'm using a Night of Navy base. And I cut these two. Look at that paper is so pretty. And it kind of reminded me, what I didn't think to grab was some acetate, so I'm going to have to stand up and grab some. I thought sequins, a couple sequins ideas. One is these here, these shaker shapes, have some stars in them. I thought that could be fun because this is all about like shooting stars in the night sky. So I thought we could throw a couple of those in there. Let's do 5. These came out in the annual catalog this year, so those are really, really, really nice. And coming out, let's not go there first. These are available. They're a carryover from last year, Sequins for Everything. And they're great. They're sequins in green and red and gold and kind of yellows and oranges. So you could do like Halloween colors, Christmas colors, New Year's colors. And I was thinking, and the other shakers we're having are these new ones, these subtle shimmer sequins. So they're going to give us a little bit of silver in there. And I'm thinking let the yellow stand out. Shoot, I wanted to use these, but now I'm thinking I like just these. So we're going to kind of pile them here in the center. You all made a shaker card? So that's probably enough. You don't need a whole lot. Okay, now I need a little bit of our acetate. So sorry, I forgot about that. It's up here. A little bit of acetate, come here. Vellum, vellum. Please tell me I have acetate. It's going to be really hard to make this without acetate. Vellum, acetate, bingo. So here's a piece of acetate, and I wasn't very good about doing this. Since I wasn't very good about doing this ahead of time, we're just going to take, and I'm going to take my big scissors and just try and cut it just a smidge smaller. Sorry about that. And then come on around here. Let's do this first. Okay. Now let's get this and all those out of the way, the tape out of the way, this out of the way. A couple more of those shakers. Okay. Now all we want to do a quick shaker card is use some seal and probably works. And we're going to put this on here. And basically the concept is you want to make sure this opening is totally covered. It doesn't have to be a circle. I think you could do it with a lot of the cards. I think this would be a fun shaker card too. You know, they all have the possibility for a shaker card because they have that opening. And then what I don't want is for the acetate to stick out, so let me cut a little bit here. There we go. And we're going to take, have you used these? These are great. The foam adhesive strips, they will bend and work. And what you want to do is make a solid area here so that it contains all the sequins in the shaker. So we're going to grab these out and we're going to have some fun with them because they are pretty flexible. So I'm just going to curve this around like this. These are so handy for so many things when you need just a narrow strip. And you want to make sure they don't stick outside. You know, they don't want to come in here into your window. So I think that's going to be a small one. I'm going to take this one here. Kind of come down here, and we're going to fill that in so that's not an opening. Otherwise your shakers are going to come down here. We don't want them to come down there. I want them to kind of say, they can go a little bit behind, but I don't really want them to go totally behind. So I'm going to cut this one here. And a little too big. Just fill in that little area right there. There we go. That should be good. See if we need that little bit there. And then let's see. Let's grab another strip. And we can just kind of come around here like this. And up here. Let's make sure that those two kind of connect pretty close. And we want to make sure you can't see it on the outside. And this one you can see a little bit, so let's just move it over just a little bit. Come on. Come on. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, let's cut that off. Come on. You go back there. Okay, let's grab another little. You can fill you in right there. There we go. So I'm going to fill it in. And then just to keep the card all the same level, I'm going to put a strip over here up on top, maybe a little bit here. So these parts have nothing to do with the shaker, they're just going to keep the card from pushing down there. Let's put another strip here. Here and a little bit here. Now, one of the things I really like to do with my shaker is to try and avoid a static electricity. Because when you have static electricity, those shaker things just tend to get stuck. And you can use your embossing buddy. Mine is downstairs ready for tomorrow's workshop class. So that's not working. You can use cornstarch and brush it on. This is other company, sorry, because we don't make an embossing buddy anymore. But if you have one, it'll work fine. This one takes the cornstarch and it kind of comes out. And I want to go here. I want to keep the release paper on it because I don't want that to become not sticky. But I do want the sides to no longer be sticky because I don't want the shaker bits to kind of get caught there, and I don't want the acetate to be sticky. So I just kind of do that. And that should hopefully help it from being sticky. Take off all these little bips and bobs. Yep, that's all good there, there. I have these all gathered in the center there in hopes that they will stay. I do not really want this piece. It's on the other side, so that's not too bad. Make sure you have it right. We don't have that on there yet. And this should pretty much line up. Woo! Here's a shaker. We have a shaker. It gives me that feeling. We can then just use some Stamp and Seal. No. Okay, because it's not firm, glue dots are going to work better. I don't really want to use dimensionals. I think the card is going to be high enough. Let's put one more. There we go. Shaker there. And then I thought this was such a beautiful nature scene. I grabbed Nature's Beauty. I decided it needed a little bit of Nature's Beauty nature. Let me get a smaller scrap. Grab a little scrap. Perfect. Scraps are always handy. And yep, we're just gonna, I think we're gonna do him in early espresso. Right, and we definitely know what deer look like. Anne doesn't live far from me, and we are a neighborhood of deer. I think they're starting to outnumber the people. So now you could freeform fussy cut that, or you could do the same trick I just did. I don't have it. I could have done the same trick that I just did with the release, you know, the paper that the backing came on, but I don't have it. So we can freeform this guy. And you could color him. You could color him with some Stampin' Blends. We can color him with colored pencils. Our watercolor pencils, I think they're particularly pretty to color with. A little softer look than the blends. Do you have a preference? I can color them with either ones. I actually have both here right now. What do you guys think? With the watercolor pencils, but because I stamped them with our, okay, that one's closed right now, with our regular ink pads, I can't put water on them. I don't want to watercolor them. If I wanted to watercolor, then I'd need to stamp with StazOn onto watercolor paper or our shimmer paper. Those would all work fine. But I think the watercolor pencils look beautiful when you use them without water. I'm totally fine with that. So what do you guys think? Watercolor pencils? Okay, fair deal. I'm just going to make that look like that. And I think that'll be fine. I keep my watercolor pencils. We have 2 sets of them, and I put both of them into one of our stamp cases. So you can get that. Now I need some, we have some that's kind of a reddish. Come here. No, there's an espresso crushed curry. A little yellow, doesn't hurt. Early espresso. That would probably work just fine on there. And sometimes you need a little white or a little gray if I want to tone it. So they come in a whole host of colors. And use? Put a little curry in their ears, kind of give them a little light color. And let's see, a little light color up here where the sun is hitting. And then pretty much really all you want here is kind of the brownish tone. And by kind of going over that yellow, it all kind of starts to blend in. I might leave a little bit of it exposed, but it's all going to start to blend in. And the best way to work with colored pencils is to use just layers of them. Do light touches. Don't go on real heavy and hard. And layer them, and that's how you can get them to blend. I've been known to put, you know, a zillion layers on. Let's put a little bit more of the curry down here. Because I love when you can, and I love when you can see the different colors through the layers. So that's part of my thing. Though I guess this is probably a female. What do you guys think? You know, it could be earlier in spring, but at this point, I noticed the bachelors and all the guys, they're starting to get their antlers. So she doesn't seem to have antlers, so we're going to say she's a she. Try and avoid making our eyes brown. Don't think I want to do that. And I'm actually going to come in here with the gray and give it some darks. I think the gray will be enough. I don't think we need black, but I'm going to get some darker tones in here. And you can watch Stampin' Up. Look where they put the dark in. You know, because the dark is going to be behind things. You know, if things are 3D, something behind it is going to have that little shadow cast and be a little bit darker. So I just want to emphasize that. I think that will make her pop a little bit. What do you think? Is she starting to pop a little bit? I hope so. Just a little bit. A little bit under her knees, and then just going to go over that with the early espresso again, just to get it to blend in just a little bit more. But see how it came out a little darker now? It's a little bit darker right there. And right here, this is where I want my dark. Just to stay on the paper. Maybe a little dark right here underneath her chin will make her stand out a little bit more. There we go. I think that's good. And you know, the more I sit here and play with it, the more the colors will blend in. You know, if I sit here and play and keep going over it, if I go with a real light touch, but they'll all start to blend in pretty well. So, but I think that's okay. And since this is summer, I think we need a little grass down there. And there's some garden green in our colors. And since garden green is what we're going to stamp the sentiment with, let's put some garden green down here. How's she look? I think she looks okay. I'm going to put her here, and we're gonna grab the labels that come with the kit. Come here. If I could find them. I'm gonna use this one. I kind of like this one, and we'll let you see how it works. This one has the tree and the label all attached together. And I think we can do this. Put that there so that the little tree fits. Because I loved the way they stamped the tree, and I wanted you to see this. They took the green kind of needles here, and they just took the bottom of them and stamped them here. And then that made the tree kind of stand out a little bit. I thought that was really great. I loved that. And then if I put my deer here and this here, I'm going to kind of put the deer there. Let's see. Will this fit? Nope. Okay. We could do the Let the Adventure Begin. What else do we have? I have 42 zillion sentiments up. There are my other sentiments. Here they are. Oh, I think this one will work. You could do the Happy Father's Day. Just saying, if you want to plan ahead here, we could do that. But there is a, here we go. This is from the best year. And there's a happy birthday. I think it's going to fit there just perfectly. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, come here. Don't need that one. Sorry, I tend to use more happy birthday cards than anything else, so I know I do them a lot. Did I just get my hair in there? I'm just using the garden green that kind of came with it. There we go. And I think I'm going to clip this off back here a little bit. Where's she going to go? She's going to go here. And yeah, does it matter? What do you think? I think it's okay with that sticking out there a little bit. Just glue that down like that, and then use some of the sequins, and probably not use the ones that came with the kit, though I probably could have stuck a couple in there. If I had stuck a couple of the sequins that came with the kit in there, then I think I'd be okay using them on the front, but I didn't. So I'll use some of these subtle ones that are coming out in the new holiday catalog. By the way, if you need a holiday catalog, if you don't have one, just let me know. I'd be happy to send you one. Yeah, I think that's pretty. Move over just a little bit. Yeah. What do you guys think? And where are those sequins? Yep, we got things piled up now. There they are. And the easiest way I know to do the sequins is, and I often use my quick pick tool that's downstairs, but I'll put a little dab, just a little dot of glue, pick one up. Let's get a silvery one. Come on. Here we go. And let's put a little one right here. One of these little ones like that. And one more maybe down here. What do you think? Let's go back for silver. tweezers, the quick pick tool, any of those would make that just a little easier, but it wasn't a big deal to do. And there we have it. What do you guys think? Let me get this stuff out of the way and we can pull out the cards. I want to thank you all so much for joining, sharing, commenting, liking, all that stuff that you are so good about doing. Here's that card. Here are the cards that come with the kit. Okay, I know I made another one. Wish I knew where I put it. There it is. So here's the alternatives, and here's the cards as they came in the kit. All totally gorgeous, I think, because this paper is just so absolutely stunning. Thank you so much. I hope to see you all soon. I'll be here next Tuesday, and we'll see you then if I don't see you sooner in Elkhorn. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.